So it's been a few months since I've seen like a new release or a new 2020 film. I haven't had a desire to watch any of the newer films that have come out from Blockbuster Hollywood, and I don't know. I just didn't really look for any films on Netflix. I don't know why, but I just kind of lost interest. So today I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna watch a movie. I go on Netflix, I look for 2020 films, and I find one called Fatal Affair, I believe. Yep, Fatal Affair. Um, so Fatal Affair is from the director of Secret Obsession, Peter Sullivan, and I did not know that going in. I was just kind of like, you know what, this kind of looks like it could just be like a fine movie, maybe a nice little re-entry into the 2020s. This film is honestly worse than Secret Obsession, which I didn't think was all that possible. Now, if we're being technical here, Secret Obsession is much dumber. But Fatal Affair is just fucking boring. There was not one single interesting part to this movie. To sum it up, basically, this entire film is just shit you've seen before, or at least I've seen before, in a thousand other stupid hour and a half bottom of the DVD barrel movies. Like, it's about a woman who meets someone that she hasn't met in a while, or some really cool guy that she thinks awesome. Then she's about to have, then she has like cheats on her husband or some stupid shit like that with the guy, and then they just, and then she's like, that was a mistake, I don't want to do it again. And the guy starts obsessing over her, and then they start stalking the person that they had sex with, and then it's like, oh wow, would you look at that, they're doing that stupid shit again. Oh, so original, you really break a new ground there, Peter Sullivan. I, I, I don't know why movies like this keep getting made, because they're all the same. Everyone who makes a movie like this is always too chicken shit to do anything different from the very basic formula that has been set up for these films. Every single goddamn one. If you're gonna make a movie like this, at least do fucking something different. Don't just do the same tired fucking shit over and fucking over again. Please, for the love of God, do something different. Hold on a second, I just came to a shocking realization. Okay, so funny story. So I just recorded the rest of the video. The first 3 minutes or so are I forgot to have my microphone in, so I put that in. Then I recorded that whole thing. But then, as it turned out, that recording I had the camera way too close, so it was like right here, like you couldn't even really see my face. It was just my shirt, and I was too stupid to fucking realize that. So now I'm doing this again because I'm a fucking idiot. Let's talk characters. So all the characters in this film, right off the bat, I don't care about any of them. None of them are really that interesting at all. And they're mostly all just kind of stupid. There's a best friend character named Courtney who just instantly believes everything that the bad guy or the antagonist, villainous stalker David tells her. Like, he frames Ellie as the stalker, and she's just like, David would lie to me. David tells me that you are not the one doing it. David. Like, God, she's just so fucking stupid and annoying, and I just hate best friend characters that apparent supposedly known the main character for years, but are just so quick to assume that they're terrible people. The villain is also quite stupid. David, essentially what they do for him is they just have him say, "I'm a hacker." And then he's able to get all this information without showing how he does it. Like, like that's all you need. I'm a hacker. And he also stalks Ellie around. Like, he's constantly watching her. He takes pictures of her. And some of the pictures he takes are just kind of like, how the fuck didn't you see him? Like, there's one where he literally takes one directly in front of them. Like, they're looking in his general direction. Like, he must have been covered in sand and had like a bush over him or something. Because there's no fucking way they wouldn't have noticed him. It's just so stupid. So, another thing I real quickly want to touch on is the movie's called A Fatal Affair, right? And I will give most of these movies credit. At least the wife or the husband actually fucks the person who ends up stalking them. In this movie, David and Ellie don't even fuck. They don't even have sex. So, like, don't get me wrong, even the attempt or just thinking about screwing another person and cheating on your spouse can hurt a lot and hurt them a lot, and I get that, but it's just not as emotionally resonating as it should have been or as it could have been. It doesn't feel as important, especially when the film is literally called Fatal Affair. How can you title it that and then not have the main character have the fucking affair? What? I'm gonna get into spoilers. I talked about these parts already, and I didn't put a spoiler warning in the first video, so I guess this is kind of a blessing in disguise. So, spoilers for any fucking person who wants to see this movie from this point on. So, the ending is what I want to talk about. Basically, David, like, finds a random homeless guy that kind of looks like him and just burns him to death and puts his clothes on him and leaves, like, a letter and a bunch of shit. And they try to fake you out with it because they don't show him burning the homeless man to death. So, yeah, he burns the homeless guy to death. He leaves his body there. They tell him that it's going to take some while before they can officially identify him, but they assume he's dead. Which, sure. And David, unsurprisingly, comes back, but they treat it as if though it's some big fucking twist, and it's... A lot of the things this movie does feel very over-dramatized, by the way. Like, a lot of unnecessary music that is really manipulative. That's just something I thought I'd bring up. A little bit off topic there. This isn't a very well-structured review, but I don't really give a shit. It's a piece of shit. So, fuck it. Anywho, when David breaks in, his main goal is to essentially kill Ellie's husband and her daughter so that way they can sort of start a new life together. So what does he do? He kills Ellie's daughter's boyfriend and Ellie's work assistant, or Ellie's secretary, Linda, at work, to get her out of the house. But guess what? She doesn't kill David or the daughter. Why? Because the person who wrote this film is a fucking pussy. You can't take risks. You can't have that, because someone might be like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. Oh no, that's so sad. Nope, the only people they kill in this movie are characters you don't know. Just random people. They never take any risks like that. But the thing is, like, it'd be fine if his whole fucking goal wasn't to kill the husband and to kill the daughter. Like, what are you doing? Just fucking kill them. They're tied up downstairs. Why don't you fucking murder them? You realize you're giving her the fucking advantage by not killing them, don't you? He's just. He's supposed to be this really intelligent stalker, but he just falls for so many stupid tricks and just doesn't really think shit through. Now we're in, and so basically, Ellie frees the husband, she frees the daughter, then they all get together and they kill David after he kills a cop somehow, even though the cop's just sitting in the car. Like, that's weird. Like, basically, the way it had to happen was with him killing the cop is either he just went up to the cop, knocked on his window, had the cop roll down his window, took a knife, slit his throat, and even then, what happened to the knife? Where did it go? Because it doesn't show up again. Either he did that or he took the cop's body after he left the car and he just placed it back in the car within the span of, like, not even a minute. I just hate it when movies do shit like that. Like, just for the sake of a scare. A cheap fucking scare that doesn't even work. It's just retarded. So, after that, they kill David. After more stupid shit happens, they kill David. Well, they don't really kill David. He sort of just falls off a cliff. They actually try to save him for some fucking reason, instead of just letting him die. And then, like, 2 months later, it's like they all just forgot about it. They're all just happy now, living their lives, happy as fucking can be. Even the fucking daughter her fucking boyfriend died, who she known for years apparently. And she's just like, daddy-dum, I'm gonna go back to college. Like, as if nothing happened. And it was just so stupid. Like, they were like the wife and the husband like hug each other and they're just like, I love you. I love you too. The movie just ends. It's so fucking cheesy and stupid. My final verdict, 1 out of 10. Don't fucking see this movie. Don't even fucking touch it with a fucking 10-foot pole. It's awful. It's easily one of the fucking worst movies I've seen this year. I've only seen 17 films, I admit, but even still, I've seen a few stinkers. There are 2 movies I can think of that are worse than this one. Fantasy Island and The Grudge 2020. So, Peter Sullivan, you're saved from the bottom right now, okay? You still haven't gotten to the bottom, but you're still a 1 out of 10, which makes you shit. So, anyways, that'll do it. Hopefully this time I didn't fuck up the recording in some stupid fucking way. Anyways, have a good day.